if you are above 40 and you want to have collagen supplement, collagen is not limited to just our skin. If you are having trouble with your skin, then you need to find out.
Hello and welcome to Health Bites presented by Red FM Podcast. In this episode, we are peeling layers on skincare. And trust me, it's way more than what you just put on your face. Your plate has a lot to say about your skin. This time, we're diving in to see that how the food that you're eating is either messing up your skin or glowing up your skin. So from that fresh glow to those breakouts, we are discussing literally everything. Want to know which food items are your skin's best friends and which are total enemies? We have got the inside scoop with our clinical nutritionist Lovneet Batra. So tune in and let's get that glow up going. Hi Lovneet, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am good too. So in the last episode, we discussed a lot about intermittent fasting, like who is it for, who is it not for, and like are you maybe starving yourself in the name of fasting, and how important it is to understand the nutritional value of the food that you're having. In this episode, we're hopping on to the next very trendy topic on social media, and that is skincare. So we're going to discuss about like how important is nutrition to get that glowy, flawless skin. So my first question to you on this topic is, how important is gut health and what effect does it have on your skin?
See, skin is our largest organ, right? Skincare has to be from inside out. So when it comes to our gut, our digestive system, it is one organ system that helps us with nutrient absorption, nutrient assimilation, utilization. It also builds up our microbiota, microflora environment, right? And whether it's our immunity, whether it's our skin, whether it's our stress, whether it's our hormones, the bacteria inside our system, good and bad, if they are off balance, our different organ systems, including skin, will take the heat of it. So when I say skin is the largest organ, it's also the mirror of what's really happening inside your body. And you'll see this. If you haven't slept well, it'll show on your skin. If you are stressed out, it'll show on your skin. If your body is undergoing hormonal imbalance, it'll show on your skin. If you're constipated, your gut health is not good, it will show on your skin. So if you are having trouble with your skin, then you need to find out that what really is causing it, because there could be different reasons for that. And gut health is one of the reasons, most common reasons. Also because there's so many inflammatory triggers that we keep on eating, right? Which affects our gut health directly. Be it sugar, be it caffeine, be it refined carbs, they lead to acidic environment in our gut, alcohol. And when that acidic environment sets in, it leads to growth of bad bacteria and reduces the growth of good bacteria, and it shows on your skin.
As you're a clinical nutritionist, I am going to use this opportunity to the maximum, and we'll discuss each and every problem people have when it comes to skincare, and we're going to go in detail. So my first concern is something that all of us love and something that is so engraved in our lives, that is sugar. So how does sugar affect our skin?
So sugar can lead to insulin spikes. Insulin and cortisol spikes can directly show on your skin as pigmentation, dullness, acne. So these are a few very common problems if you have too much sugar intake. If you are struggling with that redness, inflammatory, pigmentation, acne, you remove sugar. Just one thing you remove from your diet, you will see the change in 7 to 10 days.
So you don't need to apply any serums?
Topical application helps, but it's not everything. If you don't fix your diet, topical applications can only help you so much. So I think both need to be synced together. Like I said, your skin, it's the inside out approach that is more long term. So say if you have a zit and you apply something on it, it can subside that. But if you don't fix your diet, you continuously have that problem.
So the symptoms will reoccur if the diet is not fixed.
Yes,
if the diet is not fixed.
If the diet is not fixed.
So to curb that, you'll have to fix your diet first.
Yes, yes.
Trendy on social media nowadays is Mediterranean diet. Everybody is saying that it's very good for skin. It's a lot of veggies, fruits. You tell me that how effective it is.
So let's first discuss what is Mediterranean diet. I don't think Mediterranean diet is about macros, that it is low carb or high protein. I think Mediterranean diet really focuses on the quality of food that you're eating. So fresh food, food that is rich of antioxidants, fresh fruits, vegetables that are from various different colors, like a rainbow diet. Then the proteins that are being encouraged in a Mediterranean diet are lean proteins that are alkaline in nature. So a lot of legumes, beans, hummus, even fish that is, I mean, it's all lean meats that have healthy, and also it has healthy fats. So extra virgin olive oil, nuts and seeds. So it's a Mediterranean diet is actually a very anti-inflammatory diet. So whenever you bring the inflammation down, the physiological stress down, the oxidative stress down in the body, your skin will glow up.
So if somebody has pigmentation on their face, like dark circles or maybe darkness around the lips, what dietary changes can that person make to cure this? Or like what are the micronutrients, macronutrients one should focus on for this?
The darkening of the skin pigmentation could be directly linked to high insulin levels. First, check that. Then, from nutrient, micronutrient viewpoint, focus on a diet that is rich in vitamin A, C, and E. So, for vitamin A, leafy green vegetables, red colored vegetables, so carrot, beetroot, even bell peppers are a great source of beta carotene. Then, vitamin C, lemon, amla. You would see many beauty drinks would have amla as the base. Now, vitamin C, antioxidant, it helps in reducing pigmentation. But what it also does, it boosts collagen synthesis if you have enough protein in the diet. So not just pigmentation, but you'll also get that elasticity, that supple looking skin if you have enough vitamin C through diet. And vitamin E, again, it helps in reducing the free radical load in your system. So having soaked badam, soaked chia seeds, healthy nuts, these are all good source of vitamin E.
So like you mentioned collagen. So I read this somewhere recently that applying collagen is not really effective. Like, it is very skin deep. So you can't really apply it, or external application does not have that effect. So is taking collagen supplement the right way to, do it?
Collagen has gained a lot of popularity when it comes to just your skin. But collagen is not limited to just our skin. It's very important for your gut health, it's important for your joint, your bone health, and it is something that gives your skin this elastic look, and it's important for your skin also. But if you're protein deficient and if you don't have enough vitamin C in your diet, no matter how many serums you're applying, it's not going to give you that that's not going to undo that sagging or wrinkles, because collagen is something that you need to eat. And in fact, in collagen, you'll see all sorts of collagen, be it bovine, be it marine, be it vegan or plant-based. So plant-based collagen is basically just something that helps you make collagen, because plants don't have collagen. But if you're looking for skin, if you are above 40 and you want to have collagen supplement that gives your skin that instant boost or elastic look after a few weeks, then go for marine collagen. But if you experience joint related issues, knee pain, and you need to then opt for a bovine collagen. So again, that's where that expert advice on what kind of collagen to pick and what's the right age to actually start eating it, and what is your actual nutrient profile. That if you're not eating enough protein, if you don't have at least 60 grams of protein in your diet, then even if the collagen supplement that you're eating is not going to work at its optimum, right? So it's the overall evaluation of your dietary habits that help even when it comes to your skincare routine.
So Lovneet, according to you, what is the right age to start taking collagen supplement?
If you are using collagen, I mean, I think it's only after age 35, if I had to be super liberal in increasing that age limit. I see, but women or, even teenagers or women in early 20s applying serums for collagen, and I don't think that is needed. Same as with retinol. You don't need to use retinol till your early 40s. If you do that in your 20s, you're actually doing more damage. And these products are over the counter. They are just available for you to buy. And it's so tempting because maybe for those few days you see the result is just spontaneous, that you apply it at night and next morning you see that, oh, there's a glow on my face. But what it is doing long term, maybe it's eroding your skin, you're losing that barrier, and after 10 years you don't know how to really get that back. So I think this with skincare also, just like weight loss, this just having unrealistic goals to look a certain way does lead to these desperate or I would say impulsive purchase and use, which is unnecessary, completely unnecessary.
Acha, so you are saying that collagen should be started post 30?
If you need it.
And also one needs to assess the need even after 35.
Yeah, because like I said, you need to evaluate your whole diet. If you're protein deficient, then don't have collagen first. First, at least aim for 60 grams of protein in your diet, right?
Acha, so like having the right amount of protein is the first step.
Having enough protein in diet is important even when you're trying to build your collagen stores.
So ultimately, it's about building the collagen stores.
Yes.
Okay. So the other problem that a lot of youngsters are having nowadays, and even people post 30 are having, is acne. So when a person, dealing with acne comes to you, what is your first step?
In diet, we definitely try to eliminate the trigger foods. So there are very strong triggers for acne. Sugar is one we already talked about. Dairy could be another trigger for acne because it has lactose, casein, whey. It can increase androgens in your system that can lead to more sebum production. So when somebody is struggling with acne, first we try to identify what are the most common triggers they might be having. Like we talked about sugar, that is one very common trigger. Dairy is another very common trigger because it can increase your androgens, it can increase insulin secretion, it has lactose, casein, whey, so inflammatory products, sometimes synthetic hormones to make it worse. Dairy has its own sugar also, lactose. So all of this doesn't help with acne prone skin, so we try to eliminate dairy as much as possible. Also too much caffeine, processed foods that lead to insulin and glucose spike, because high insulin levels again can lead to worse acne. Hormonal imbalance, so if somebody is facing PCOS, PCOD related symptoms and is struggling with acne closer to their periods, hormonal acne, then we try to focus on healthy fats, foods that help in creating that hormonal balance, enough protein in the diet, and a very alkaline diet. When it comes to micronutrients, the vitamin A, C, and E are the superheroes when it comes to fighting pigmentation and acne. So loading up your diet with A, C, and E.
So like for acne marks, what are those nutrients or what are those dietary changes that one can do to, sort of let them fade away or lighten them?
I think when it comes to skin health, if we were to talk about regeneration of cells, that's where beta carotene or the vitamin A comes into action. So having a vegetable juice that has carrot, beetroot, and some spinach, and starting your day with that can be a great way to boost your vitamin A levels. That will help you sort of get rid of any marks, and because it has more regenerative action. And hydration. I think when it comes to skin health, many people underestimate what hydration can do for you. Because if your blood circulation or if you have acidic ash buildup in your system, that does not let your skin heal. That regenerative action does not happen as quickly as it should.
And what are those food items that we should focus on, like to reduce acne from root only?
Foods that are alkaline in nature, increasing your healthy fats. Many people who have acne also have a lot of heaty constitution of the body. So focusing on healthy fats that are not heaty in nature. For many clients, I have seen that although, say for example, omega-3 is a great boost for your skin, but if the source is flax seeds, it might aggravate your acne. So if focus on algae based omegas, focused on sabza seeds, chia seeds, soaked almonds, instead of very heaty form of omega-3 like too much ghee or too many walnuts, roasted seeds that will aggravate your acne. At least 2 servings of fruits and citrus fruits, vitamin C rich fruits, so kiwi, berries, oranges, green leafy vegetables, spinach, it will be in season soon, methi, broccoli, white pumpkin, petha. Also making sure that you're not protein deficient. So proteins, like in Mediterranean diet we discussed, proteins from dals, rajma, chickpeas, they are good source of fiber, so they actually boost your gut health, and they are anti-inflammatory in nature. So including at least 2 servings of these lentils, eating from a rainbow, so different colors of vegetables for different meals, which I think for Indians it's not very difficult. Like in the morning, if you are having say a chila, tomato pyaz is like just the basic with a mint chutney, but you have 3 different colors there, right? Then having 2 different sabzis for lunch and dinner again comes very naturally to an Indian household. So don't miss out on those elements that are anti-inflammatory in nature, and it shows on your skin right away. One very easy to do, I think, would be adding a bowl of anar in the morning with that vegetable juice that we talked about. And just week after week, you'll see that how your skin tone is more even, the pigmentation is less, and also it helps in reducing acne because, like I said, whatever happens on the skin has to do with something that is going on in the body. And these foods help in reducing inflammation, give you a better balance of hormones, and keeps your systems happy. So when that happens, your skin automatically radiates it.
So the next concern I want you to address is puffiness. So I was watching a lot of, dermatologists and everybody was saying that if you had a very salty meal at night, then you are like prone to get a very puffy face in the morning. So is that true?
That is true. So excessive sodium in the diet can lead to puffiness. Dehydration, excessive use of tea and coffee can lead to puffiness. Thyroid dysregulation can lead to puffiness. Insulin resistance also can lead to puffiness. So there could be various reasons. In fact, coming back to protein deficiency can cause the puffiness. So it could be various reasons, but the most common is high salt meals.
So how to counter that? Because I was trying to find out. So some people, what they do is dip their face in that ice bucket. So, and I was reading about that. So some say it's very good for skin. Some say it has very detrimental long-term effects. So what is the real deal with it?
So
what
I don't
is it
know
exactly?
if you've heard of this cold water plunges, right? People are taking. Yes. So the theory behind it is that it helps in reducing inflammation because it sort of it activates an immune response that is anti-inflammatory in nature. Same thing happens when you dip your face. In fact, not just face, you would see this, that if somebody gets an injury, then the ice water pack or a cold pack actually helps in reducing inflammation. So it does help. But I think it's important to sort of understand what really caused it and what's the trigger behind getting those puffy eyes or puffy face. And for me, it's all about fixing it from the inside.
So the ice bucket technique, can it have any long-term scarring on the face?
Not that I'm aware of, but I do feel that instead of looking for quick fixes, you should look at the root cause and eliminate that.
So Lavneet, when one goes to a dermatologist for acne related problems, so the dermatologists usually prescribe antibiotics, but then antibiotics harm your gut health, and that harm in the gut health aggravates your acne again. So what one should do in such a condition?
So that's why I emphasize on fruits and vegetables when you are trying to fix your skin. Not that it's not just about reducing inflammation, but it acts as a food for the good bacteria in your system. So having these fruits and vegetables of different colors give you antioxidants, so it helps in reducing the free radical load in your system, but it also helps in regrowth of the good bacteria because it changes the environment inside our gut. The alkaline environment helps you boost the growth of regrowth of good bacteria and helps you cope with that effect of antibiotics, which are necessary sometimes to have. You could also for some time, again prescribed, go for a probiotic, and in your diet, because we usually tend to limit dairy intake and yogurt is a very common probiotic in Indian diet, instead of doing that, have a homemade kimchi, which is fermented cabbage, have kanji, which is again in winters. It's a great drink for skin because it has the gajar, beetroot, it's fermented, so it's all three, vitamin A, vitamin C and a probiotic, a great drink that can help you rebuild the growth of good bacteria.
So for how long is it healthy to have antibiotics or depend on the antibiotics for like skin related issues?
Anything to do with medicines or your antibiotics, it has to be done under the supervision of your doctor, right? And it really depends on how much a person needs it. But with the antibiotics, I think what's important is that you focus on an alkaline diet and a natural probiotic. So if you do that, it sort of helps in balancing out the growth of good bacteria that is necessary for your skin health.
So nowadays, like there's a lot of buzz around, protecting the microbiome of the skin, making that barrier, protecting the barrier of the skin. So can that be done by external usage? And how much influence does diet have on your microbiome?
Your diet has an impact on your overall microflora, your microbiome, the kind of bacterias you are being host to, right? Something as simple as doing oil pulling, which is, you take some coconut oil, you swish it in your mouth for 10 minutes and spit it out, can help in changing that environment. So yes, even the topical application can help, but food helps in changing that environment within. Now, when it comes to building that barrier, fats play a very important role, especially omega-3. So again, coming back to your soaked chia seeds, soaked sabza, having kacha nariyal ki malai, soaked almonds, making sure if you want to go exotic, like having avocados, these foods can really help in boosting that skin barrier and help you with reducing inflammation.
So nowadays, a lot of people, they do not focus on their sleep. And, a lot of people are sleep deprived or do not have a good sleep schedule. So how much effect does that have on their skin? So how much sleep can affect your skin?
So we always talk about how sleep impacts different aspects of your health. When you're sleep deprived, your stress hormones are high. If your stress hormones are high, your insulin takes a hit. So you are at risk of developing insulin resistance. Insulin directly impacts your metabolic health, and it can impact your skin, especially if you're fighting acne, because it's a cluster of hormones, so insulin, cortisol, that can really lead to that flare up. So if you are facing acne related issues and you are sleep deprived, you'll see you'll have more difficulty in getting insulin sensitivity back. So you have to focus on good quality sleep. Now sleep deprivation also changes the type of food we crave, and we talked about this earlier, yes, that it dysregulates ghrelin and leptin. So when that happens, automatically the food that you crave is high carb, high sugar, and that puts you in a negative cycle again because it increases inflammation. It leads to insulin spikes. And in a long run, it can also have an impact on your estrogen metabolism, which plays a very important role in your overall hormonal health. So you can say, in a way, your sleep, your weight, and your skin is quite interrelated when it comes to that wellness curve.
So you mentioned about weight. So how does obesity affect the skin? Because people who are overweight tend to have a bad skin. So how are these two related to each other?
Well, if you're overweight, you are at risk of hormonal imbalance, right? Especially the weight around the belly. That can make insulin resistance. It could lead to more of bad estrogen in your system, and that makes it more difficult for you to lose weight. So I think to break this cycle, first you have to fix your sleep, and then find out a diet plan that fits your nutritional needs and works around your sleep timings. And then it helps you with your weight and it helps you with your skin. So I would like to put it this way: foods that are bad for you are bad for your hormones, are bad for your sleep, are bad for your skin. So it all works in a system. So it can't be that sugar is bad for your hormones but is good for your skin. So it's always, our body works in a system. So it has a ripple effect. And in many cases, I think for most of us, it's convenient availability of these inflammatory foods that would trigger one of these cycles, and then you're just caught up in it.
So like as you mentioned, ripple effect. I was reading this also, like you really need to see what you're having, how it is affecting different parts of your body. So like fat can be good for your skin, but it does not have to be good for your health also. So you really need to see that what fat are you having.
So there are different fatty acids, right, that fats are made up of. And you need a good mix of these fatty acids. So say when it comes to medium chain triglycerides, focusing on a good quality ghee. When it comes to your omega-3s, then focusing on walnuts, even ghee, or say fatty fish like salmon. When it comes to your MUFAs and PUFAs, focusing on extra virgin olive oil, focusing on mustard oil. So I think different fats hold different properties that benefit us, but keeping a good balance and making sure you're having good omega-3s, enough of omega-3s for your skin is very important.
So it will have that glowing effect.
Yes, it will have the glowing effect.
So like hydration, it is something that is, linked to skin health, skin care a lot of times. So how does hydration actually affect the skin, and how to find out that right amount of hydration that you need for like that glowing skin?
I think to know the right amount of water, it's a very simple urine test. You just have to check the color of your urine. If it's clear, then you're overhydrated. If it's dark yellow, then you're dehydrated. It should be light yellow, right? But I think dehydration is one of the common reasons why your skin looks dull, you don't feel energetic, and it shows on your skin. Then your gut health is also compromised, it shows on your skin. Dehydration can also lead to more sebum production that clogs your pores and gives you more acne flare-ups. So for a general guideline, make sure you're having at least 2 to 3 liters of water. And for anybody who is in humid condition or who's working out, then it's not just plain water, but having water with electrolytes, that is very important.
So like throughout our conversation, we have understood that food and diet, they require a long-term approach. But, if like somebody has a party next week or an event next week, so what is that one recipe or that, one dish or that one, food item that can give you an instant glow in a week or two?
The vegetable juice, it works. I don't know if it'll work overnight, but it does work in giving you that glow and energy. So using beetroot, using carrot, some spinach and amla, and throw in some vitamin E by having soaked almonds with it.
In a week, though, it will show results for sure.
Yeah,
Make a
yeah,
change. In a
definitely.
week or like 2
Definitely,
weeks,
yes.
definitely. Like this is something that I've personally experienced. When I go for a workout, like a nice cardio workout, the skin after it is beautiful. Like the glow, the skin is plumped and it looks so fresh. So, like, what effect does working out and even for that matter, meditating has on your skin?
So with workout, it's simple, right? When you work out, you sweat it out, the toxins, you actually are excreting those toxins out of your skin. What workout also does is that it increases blood circulation. So whenever that happens, you can see that redness on your face and the post-workout glow. And I think the similar effect you get when you go for these so-called facials, you'll do the steaming, right, effect, so that the toxins are actually excreted out of your skin, and then you apply the product and you will see that it will give you a better glow than just applying it as is.
So, like working out regularly can replace these facials. Like you can have that glow on a daily basis.
Yes, yes.
It can have that daily effect.
Yeah, because it helps you declog your pores, and it helps in taking out those toxins. It makes you happier, so it also supports your hormonal health. It helps with better blood circulation. So you can, and I think instead of food, it's the workout. So if you want that glow, just go for a workout and you will have that.
So, like you can skip some facials if you're like working out properly.
Yes, but please maintain good hygiene, I think, during your workout. Otherwise, for some people, what also happens is once they join the gym, they start getting acne or skin-related problems because there isn't enough hygiene.
So my next question is something that I've experienced a lot of times. So when I'm like working out, I start taking more protein, and the moment I start taking more protein, my skin starts to act up. Acne and pimples start to show. So what to do with that?
So when you have animal-based protein, that can happen. So if you are struggling with hormonal imbalance, then avoid whey protein after your workout, because that can give you more acne flare-ups. And if you are experiencing hair fall, especially for men. So I always tell both men and women who are experiencing hormonal imbalance and that's showing up on their skin and hair, to avoid whey protein. Go for pea protein or plant-based protein that are very clean. Always read the ingredient label, because anything inflammatory, especially after your workout, it will show on your skin more. So avoid animal-based proteins, stick to very alkaline plant-based proteins. So it's not the protein, but it's the source of protein that creates that inflammation.
So like plant-based proteins are easily digestible.
They are easily digestible and they don't leave acidic ash in your body. So they are anti-inflammatory. So what are these plant-based proteins? It'll be your dals, chana, rajma, amaranth, which is rajgira, having more cooling seeds, cooling nuts, and having a good variety of fruits and vegetables. Although fruits and vegetables are not protein, but they give you antioxidants.
My next question was antioxidants. So like how does antioxidants, help your skin? What do they actually do to your skin?
So every day our body builds up free radical load, which leads to inflammation. Now antioxidants help in reducing this free radical load, and that helps in reducing inflammation, and that's what you see, the reflection of that you can see on your skin health.
So Lovneet, the episode was so nice. I personally got so many tips and tricks to take care of my skin. And you know what's the best thing that I learned is that how you can use food to, protect your skin, to take care of it, and it can have that long-term effect so that you don't have to buy those serum bottles again and again. Since you have such a beautiful skin, I want to know this, that what is your skincare routine? What is that morning and nighttime routine that you're following? And what are the food items that you're focusing on?
I think if you were to talk about like that AM PM routine, topical, it's just moisturize, and when I'm outdoors, sunscreen. But what helps me is that I eat at least 5 to 6 servings of vegetables in a day, at least, and at least 2 to 3 servings of fruits, seasonal fruits. And I it's just something that I really love, and that shows on my skin for sure. And I have gotten this question so many times that what do you apply, what do you do? But if I were to give anything credit, is that I'm a clean eater, obviously, and that shows on the skin. So I don't think, I don't believe in quick fixes. But if you do focus on a good quality of food supply, don't eat stale food. Make sure that you're just doing the basic, but you are continuously doing it consistently. That helps. That shows on your skin, that shows on your overall energy. And I think skin is something that will tell you right away if something is wrong inside. I have had, when I'm traveling or when my diet is disrupted, I see the change right away. When the availability of that home cooked food is not that easy, you see that your skin is also changing. It's looking dehydrated. So I think I'm blessed that I love my fruits and vegetables. That's what keeps me glowing.
So you are not always like thinking that today I will have this vitamin, tomorrow that, this micronutrient today, that micronutrient tomorrow. So is diet that restricted for you?
It comes very naturally to me. I am an intuitive eater. Although I think when you know so much, it just becomes part of who you are. But I do like to keep my intuition when it comes to my eating. Some days when I am feeling like, I need energy, I will have my dal chawal. When I don't feel hungry, I don't eat. But I'm not very, so to say, I don't do that calorie math or the micronutrient math for myself. I go with what my body is telling me, whether it's fatigue or aches or pains, headaches. And our bodies do tell us. I think you just have to start paying attention to it. And then when you know that food helps in healing and you have faith in that, you see the change. There is no way that you will not see the change.
Definitely, it's the clean eating that's doing literally wonders on your skin.
Yes.
Lovneet, I can go on and on about skincare, and you have a plethora of knowledge, so literally it would never end. So, but we have to sum this episode up. So, to end this, like if you had to give, skincare tips, food related dietary tips for every age group, what would that be? So, firstly, we'll take before 20, early teens, and those young adults.
What I'm seeing and what is lacking a lot in young adults is having home cooked meals. I think if that can change, that will change their skin health. Stale food is inflammatory, and you will see your skin really, that dull effect on your skin if you keep eating stale food. And I think it has become so convenient to have that stale food. Or refined food. It's just become such an ecosystem. I feel I'm blessed like that because I had a childhood where eating junk was not that accessible.
Yeah.
So eating a home cooked meal comes naturally to me. But that's not true for youngsters. So the advice I would give them is 80% of the time, try to eat home cooked meals that is freshly prepared.
And for like 25 to 40?
Focus on healthy fats and proteins, because I think after 35 your skin does start changing a lot. If you're protein deficient, if you're fat deficient, it shows on your skin elasticity. So not just like the tone of it, but the texture of it. So don't lose that texture. Work out, have enough healthy fats, because that stabilizes your hormones and that builds you for the 40s and 50s and 60s. So build on strength during that time.
And post 40?
I think after 45, of course, hormonal changes happen again, especially for women. So you have to make sure you're having enough phytoestrogen in your diet, enough fiber in your diet while you're strengthening. And I think that's the time when you need to consider supplements like collagen or applying retinol, and get the expert guidance on how to go about it, and preserve the glow.
Thank you so much, Lovneet. It was such a great episode. And what I loved about it, that, we got to know what is actually needed and what is not. And needed at what time, like the retinol And these things were so eye-opening for myself also. So I loved it personally, and I am pretty sure that everybody watching this will love it too and get to learn a lot of things about skincare and dietary changes that they need to make. So thank you so much.
Thank you.